Hey guys, welcome back to the BBCREW channel. My name is Betul and today I've created this soft glam golden red eye using the Morphe 15H Happy Hour palette. Also, take note that every time I flick my hair, I am completely into this look and I think I look cute. So what you want to do is open up your delivery, and thank you Morphe, I will be popping that bubble wrap later. This palette is filled with beautiful pink, champagne and red tones. If you're brunette, this is the go-to palette for you. First up, I use my Napoleon Autopilot Pre-Foundation Skin Primer, massaging it into my face and not forgetting my neck. Next, I use the Josie Marian Vibrancy Argan Oil Foundation in the colour RG30 Mystical. As I don't have oily skin, this is great for me because it creates a dewy medium coverage. Here I'm using my Nude by Nature buffing brush because it has a flat head with soft bristles and evenly disperses the foundation over my skin. Just a quick tip, try not to rub the product into your brows. Next, I use the Napoleon Mighty Concealer Pen in the shade Yellow Mellow. It has a really creamy consistency and I like to apply it to areas that I want to lighten on my face. Also, I use the Clinique Chubby Stick in the shade Curvy Contour 01, starting from the top of the ear down towards the chin, around my jawline, down the length of my nose, apex and forehead. Taking the same foundation brush, I blend all these areas in. Remember to blend up into the hairline. However, if you're blonde, I suggest wearing a headband because you don't want a dirty hairline. It will suck when your face looks beautiful and you have an orange regrowth. Now take a moist sponge and blend the concealer in. Don't use a dry sponge, we will always notice the difference, so don't get crazy and try to look crusty, okay? Some people use a setting spray, but I feel that that's just a waste of product. Water will give you the exact same finish. Next up, my favorite, eyebrows. Here I'm using the MAC eyebrow pencil in the shade Dirty Blonde. This shade is a lighter brown, but you can really build up the color, which I like, depending on what look I'm going for. I start with lighter strokes in the middle, working my way up and brushing out. I also can't go too dark in the middle because it makes me look super angry or just like my brother, so no thank you. Also, one of my eyebrows is shorter than the other and I like to even them out by lengthening the tip of my eyebrow, brushing the excess product off and, well, admiring my face. Yes, okay. The last step is eyebrow gel. Stuff paying $15 or more, get yourself this Taft styling gel. It's super cheap, smells great, and you can use it for a really long time. Here I also managed to put mine in an empty tube and it'll last all day. It's a really great product. For this next step, I use the Napoleon concealer on my eyelid and I take a flat eyeshadow brush and blend it in. So using a fluffy blending brush, I take the shade Mixer and create the base of my eyeshadow from the inner eye out towards the crease. Oh my god guys, you're giving me the evil eye, stop it. Taking the same brush, I select the Rooftop shade, and here I like to blend 3/4 of the way in, starting from the outer edge. Using another fluffy blending brush, I take the shade Bottoms Up, blending into and up over the outer crease, moving towards the middle of my eye. Here, with the same brush, I use the shade 5 PM, blending solely into the outer crease. So now, for the under eye. Take the initial fluffy brush and use Rooftop for your outer under eye. Now switch to a flat eyeshadow brush, defining the colour with bottoms up. So now spray the flat concealer brush with Max Fix Plus, dipping it into the shade Hotspot, working from the inner eye outward. What this does is create a moist, dewy finish, as you can see. For eyeliner, I like to use the Maybelline hyperglossy, ideally because of its sharp tip, easy application and glossy finish. And I don't know what it is about a thin black line that makes me feel, I don't know, a bit bougie. I think you guys can relate, but it makes my makeup look polished, so win-win. Oh, look at that flick. God, I'm amazing. Also, this Essence Crazy Volume Extreme Mascara is by far the best I've found for value and quality. Do yourself a favour and try it. You will thank me later. Always start from the root, and if you stuff up like me, don't stress. Just wait until it dries and wipe it off, then apply the inner shade again. Here I've got Napoleon's Zinnia lashes, which are super long. Also, I use the Duo eyelash glue, which dries clear, and I like to apply it straight from the tube. I feel it's easier and you don't waste product putting it on another surface. Also, use a tweezer in the middle of the lash and blow on it until it's slightly dried. The trick is to place it as close as you can to the lash line, placing it first in the middle, the outer edge, and then lastly the inner edge. Now pat it down to ensure that it sticks. Assess your masterpiece, and if you feel the lashes aren't right for the look, don't worry, just rip them off and change them. This second pair is actually from Daiso and can be used over and over again if cleaned properly. Use the same method when applying and I guarantee it will stick every single time. Pat down. Assess. Oh, I love this face. Thanks, Mum. Now, if you have small wrinkles under your eyes, take a brush and smooth it out. Being Turkish doesn't make me Asian enough not to have this problem, and I'll forever be envious of Asian women and their amazing skin. Here, I use the NYX Go-To Palette Blush. It's the perfect mix of pink and peach, and what I like to do is blend it upwards. I'm also extremely accident prone, so yeah, try not to be unco like me. Okay, next up, the Enlightened Powder by Mecca, and that in the reflection are my mum's Turkish blinds. Don't be jealous, we don't wear shoes in the house full Asian styles, you can eat off these floors. I take my $1 flat angle brush from eBay and blend this gift from the heavens on my cheekbones. Don't faint girl, you still need to flick your hair. Apply on the Cupid's bow, which will instantly make your top lip look larger. I use my finger on the tip and over the bulgy bridge of my nose, lastly above the outer brow. I generally moisturize after my foundation, but I forgot, so let's pretend I didn't. Oh, grrr. Next, I use the matte Kinda Sexy Lippy from MAC. I also like to pat it down on my lower lip, and if I feel like I have excess, all I do is kiss down on a pad of tissue. Admire and flick. Here I applied the NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Light on my waterline. This will make your eyes seem larger and make you appear more awake. Now I take my budget mascara and coat my lower lashes. spray your face with the MAC Fix Plus setting spray, and lastly, I always add perfume in my routine, otherwise I'll just forget. Something this size is great for travel and will fit in your makeup bag. Lastly, don't forget to brush your hair. Setting spray will always make your hair stick together, and this will polish off your look. Flick, pout, sideburn, awkward stare.